Alright, hear me out. Skyrim is basically just America, but with dragons and magic. On one side, you got General Tullius, Imperial, stiff as hell, loves laws, bureaucracy. If you really want to think about it, Tullius is basically Skyrim's Trump. He's loud, he's bossy, and his solution to every problem is obey the Empire or else. The man would probably build a wall around Windhelm if he could. On the other side, you got Ulfric Stormcloak, local boy, rebel leader, big on tradition and freedom, but also suspiciously full of himself. This man literally shouted a king to death, my guy. Like, imagine Gavin Newsom running a campaign where his big flex is, yeah, I yelled at a guy until he exploded. Vote for me, California. The Imperials are basically the feds, always watching, always taxing, always telling you what your god is and what your god isn't.
The Empire improves every system it touches, judged by any metric. Safety, prosperity, trade, opportunity, peace. Compare imperial rule to what is happening now.
That's like when the government passed the Patriot Act and suddenly Big Brother's not just watching, he's reading your love letters to Lydia. Meanwhile, you've got the Stormcloaks, Skyrim's left-wing freedom fighters. Ulfric Stormcloak is like Gavin Newsom if Gavin got a throat mic that could literally shout people to death. The Stormcloaks scream freedom and representation, but also low-key chaotic kind of elitist. And let's be real, Windhelm is a whole disaster of a city. They're progressive, but only for Nords. Everybody else, not so much.
You come here where you're not wanted. You eat our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
You are such a racist.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't help in the war is because they're Imperial spies.
Woman. Imperial spies? You can't be serious.
Nobody leaves until we work this out. Cage match.
Cage matches? Yeah, they work. How could they not work? If they didn't work, everybody would still be in the cage.
We were talking about freedom and this and freedom that, and when they were literally racist inside their own city. And then we got the High Elves, which is the Thalmor. These guys are basically America's enemies rolled into one smug package. They're Russia when they're mainly in politics. They're China when they're flexing on trade. And they're North Korea when they're overcompensating with ridiculous fashion. 20 ears, big egos, and a foreign policy that's basically, let's watch the humans tear themselves apart while we drink overpriced wine. Basically, they're the geopolitical troll in the group chat. Then it means I start fights and then muting the notification. Like, if you really want to learn about American politics and how silly it is, go play a whole run through of Skyrim and you'll understand how American politics are. Like, even if you choose a side in a civil war, such as, oh, I chose the Stormcloak side. Yay, the Stormcloaks took over Skyrim, but now the Thalmor took over the Empire, and it's only a matter of time that the Thalmor decided to take over Skyrim next. But if you choose to side the Empire, quelch the rebellion in the Stormcloaks, and you have a few people disliking you for it, but the Empire can now focus its aim on defeating the Thalmor. Because have you ever heard the white gold conglomerate or whatever, the white gold conquered or white gold something? I'm gonna put it on the screen. Basically an agreement that the Thalmor had to get like annex some of the Empire's land after the Great War. If the Empire wants to get that back, they need to eat all the rebellions and then focus on rebuilding their forces and then take it back by force. Right now they can't because Stormcloaks are in the fucking way trying to be like, oh, freedom this, freedom that, not knowing the big picture of what they need to do and who's the big enemy here. But yeah, that's basically American politics explained by Skyrim politics. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I'm down below anything. All right, y'all have a blessed day. Bye.